Is this thing on? I did that purely for the bit. I can literally see myself. I know it's on. Hello everybody in my English class. Hello professor. I hope that's the right direction. I can't see. I hope you guys have had a great day so far. But today we're going to be talking about something incredibly important. Something that's been debated for decades. No, not taxes, not global warming, not politics, but video games.
Oh, brother!
Specifically, video games being recognized as a form of art. If that's a statement that you just don't agree with, that's fine. You're just wrong. If you've ever cried at a game, sat in silence during the credits, or just stared at a beautiful game instead of progressing the game forward, congrats! You've had an art experience. But don't just take my word for it. I've spent literal weeks researching this topic for Project 1 and 3, and I actually use scholarly resources, not like ChatGPT back there for some of y'all in the back. I just realized I sit in the back, so I'm gonna just take that back. Next section. So firstly, people think that video games can't be seen as an art is because they're interactive. I mean, you're not really supposed to touch art, right? But as Bourguignon and his colleagues argued, how do you say that name? Oh my gosh.
Said as Bourguignon. Bourguignon.
Bourguignon. Alright, that's easy. But as Bourguignon and his colleagues argued, this is actually what makes video games unique as its own separate art form. They explain that art isn't always passive and that sometimes it's about the emotional and imaginative engagement that you can have with such piece. And if there's one thing that games do better than almost any other medium out there, it's immersing you in feelings, choices, consequences, and hey, sometimes even trauma. Tell me this isn't art right here. Go ahead, I'll wait. I'm not waiting any longer.
Yes!
But now, let's talk about one of my favorite games out there, Undertale, the absolute GOAT of pixel art and emotion. Yes, I know. Not everybody at once. And yes, I will admit, this game does look like it was made on a TI-84 calculator. But it's still so much better than many of these AAA games out there now. According to Bilale, video game artistry comes from how visual design, sound, and emotion come to work together, not just specifically about the photorealism that a lot of games and products promote nowadays. And I believe Undertale proves this point perfectly. Its visuals are simple, so you focus on what actually matters. The story, the choice, the music, and this weird skeleton dude that's on your head the whole game. I don't know, don't ask me. This is what great scholars call the fusion of art and technology, when limitations become your greatest strength, proving that we don't need 4K Ultra TVs to really connect with somebody deep down. But Undertale isn't our only example. Games express art in many different ways, whether it be the nature and exploration from Breath of the Wild, the color and symbolism from Greece, or the cinematic storytelling of The Last of Us. There is art wherever you look. Atkinson and Parase talk about something called aesthetic contemplation. It's basically the moments where you stop playing and just look around. Games like Zelda literally design their world to make you pause. Every mountain, every sunrise, every weird little Korok creature hiding in the corner, it's like walking through a moving painting. And Greece, don't even get me started. That game is just a watercolor painting that you can play. It's genuinely amazing. And don't even get me started with The Last of Us, a game that hits you with storytelling that is emotionally devastating in all of the right ways. So what does this all really even mean? Basically, as Bourguignon and his team wanted to point out, the definition of art isn't fixed. It never will be. It always evolves. And I believe that video games pushes that evolution further towards combining visuals, music, and writing, and player choice, combining to make an excellent storytelling adventure. Games don't just make you watch the art, they force you to participate in it. And at that point, you're not just viewing the art, you essentially become a part of the art. So yeah, after researching all this for Project 1, 2, 3, 4, I can confidently say that video games do deserve recognition as an art form. From pixel hearts to sweeping landscapes, from moral choice to emotional storytelling, this medium has earned its spot up there with paintings, film, and literature. Thank you all for listening to my TED Talk. Now if you don't excuse me, I'm gonna walk out of frame. Goodbye. Yeah, so I don't know why I did that. I actually do have to turn off the camera. Goodbye, everybody. Thank you so much for watching. I did the little niche thing, the little like cliche YouTube thing. Alright, cool. Peace out, y'all.